Yo, what's going on, family? How y'all doing, man? It's your boy Manuel King here today to teach y'all about how to mix rap vocals with parallel compression, man. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button, 'cause we a movement, boy. Let's get it. Alright, Key Nation, so you guys see what we got going on here. I already have a session pulled up, and it was kind of a session out of laziness because I knew that if I had to bring up any of my sessions from my previous clients, that I would have to go on my hard drive and get, a session from there, copy and paste, all this other extra stuff. So I decided, no, I ain't even gonna do that today. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna do that today. This at the end of the day, we gonna get the outcome, which is to teach y'all how to use parallel compression. So we use the same session that I used previously. Not sure what the video was, but it's the same session that I used previously for that video. Booth Booster, like I said, me and the homies was just chilling in the studio and made a track. So this is what this is. Now, let me go over the reasons firstly as to why people might use parallel compression. One of the reasons is to maybe give rap vocals more presence, right? Because sometimes the beat is so strong that no matter what you do to your audio chain, that if you add maybe extra compression, it sounds a little bit too compressed. It might sound what's the word I'm looking for? Crushed, right? So people might use parallel compression for that. They might want to use parallel compression for presence. They might want to use parallel compressions to have the vocals up front specifically. I know for me, I used parallel compression before because I didn't have plugins that enabled me to really bring those vocals out and to sit on top of the beat. And so I used parallel compression to enable me to do that. But since I kind of upped my plugin game, you know what I'm saying? I was able to not really use parallel compression as much. There'll be times where I kind of want to achieve a specific sound depending on what the instrumental is that I'll use parallel compression. But for the most part, I don't really use it as much. But I will say that it's important to use. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys want to learn how to do it, pay attention. So just had to go ahead and give you my quick little synopsis of what parallel compression is. But for without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this. So boom, let me get these preferences out of the way. Right now, what I have up is just the FabFilter. I use this compression pretty much all the time. I love it. I got the FabFilter compression here that's up, and I'll play a little bit of the vocals so that you guys can hear. I don't have any other plugins. It's just the compression.
Niggas you never reckon with. You niggas switching, you never keeping the gangster with it. Keep it 100 and keep that shit loyal.
That's actually by my fault actually, because let me take this doubler under it, take that away so that you guys could just hear that vocal by itself.
Niggas you never reckon with. You niggas switching, you never keeping the gangster with it. Keep it 100 and keep that shit loyal to the game. Too many photos as soon as they get close to the fame.
So that is what you have essentially with just the vocal by itself. You know what I'm saying? So we'll go ahead and add parallel compression. Now, what is parallel compression specifically? Parallel compression is literally a copy, right, of your audio audio input. Excuse me, not audio input, but it is a copy of your audio waveform, and it sits parallel to the previous one, right? So if you think about it, parallel goes like this. So let me show you what that is, right? Boom, boom. Now, if you look at it, if this will not show mute, there we go. You see how it's parallel, how they're literally in parallel to each other, congruent, right? So they're next to each other. That's what parallel compression is. So we'll go ahead and get right into it, man. So as you guys can see, we already have our regular settings for the compression, right? We already have our threshold, we have our ratio, and I kind of just set previous settings on here so that you guys can see kind of what we're working with. But in order to maybe get at a little bit more presence, in order to have this vocal kind of sit more so on top of the beat. Let me just add some stuff real quick to this, and this is gonna be real fast, y'all. Hold on. All right, man. Real quick, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to add a little bit something on there just to add some, to clean up the vocals a little bit, bro. It's a bad habit of mine. I know I needed to do this tutorial so that you guys could see what's going on, but it's a bad habit of mine, man. So I'll probably cut that out and just tell y'all that, you know, I had a little bit more plugins on there, man. So boom. Let me go ahead and show y'all what this compression is now. Like I said before, as you guys know, on the previous vocal here, we have the FabFilter compression, but we're gonna go ahead and throw this other compression on here. So we're going ahead and create another bus for this specifically, and kind of play with it here. So what we'll do is we'll use another compression here. I'm not really wanting to do the same. I'm not really a huge fan of using the same compressor specifically when parallel compressing, because we already have that sound. There's a different sound that comes with each compression, right? So whenever I parallel compress, I like to use a different compressor just to give a mixture of substance to go along with the vocals. So what I want to use is the R compressor. I actually use this quite often too. It's a bomb compressor by Waves. And let's see what we got here. So here I've pulled it up, and what you want to do is you want to make sure you crush everything, right? You want to crush everything. You want to make the vocal sound as small as possible, and then after you make the vocal sound as small as possible, you want to mix it in with the beat. So I'm gonna show you what I mean by that.
About the niggas you never reckon with. You niggas switching, you never keeping the gangster with it. Keep it 100 and keep that shit loyal to the game. Too many photos, as soon as they get close to the fame. It's a code you supposed to live by, and if you break it, that's your ass. That's just how we gotta thrive. Niggas fold every day. You can't even trust the lightest. For 5 years less, he will have your ass indicted.
All right, cool. So boom. We, you know, like I said, I crushed it. So this is what I did. Let me go ahead and explain it, because I didn't even explain it. So boom, I went ahead and I lowered the threshold, you know, low, just to kind of tame those peaks, bring those lows up, and put those peaks, limit those peaks, put the ratio down. The ratio needs to be down a little bit more, actually, bit.
You niggas switching, you never keeping the gangster with it.
Keep that ratio down. Excuse me. Some water. Hold on. So ratio is at about 3 to 1. Went ahead and crushed that attack. You know, with that attack, you want to make sure that as soon as that compressor hits those vocals, those transients don't really have a chance to kind of go through, because like I said before, we're crushing it and we're mixing the vocal into the vocal that we have on top of it, so that it sits on top of the beat, right? So got that. Now, as far as the release, I went ahead and crushed that as well. We don't want it to slowly let go, because like I said before, we're crushing it, and we don't necessarily want that effect to let go of the crushing. We don't want that vocal to stay as if it were not going to release. So let me explain this. Hold on. So we're crushing it, right? We don't necessarily want the release to wait before letting go of that effect. We want to crush it and let it go fast. And the reason why I say that is because since we're mixing that effect into that, we don't want too much of it, and we'll have a lot of it if the release is you know, if it doesn't release that effect quickly. So that's why the release is where it's at. So that's essentially it right there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna play it and we're gonna mix it in there.
About the niggas you never reckon with. You niggas switching, you never keep.
So you see where it's at right now. I put the gain all the way down, but I'm gonna show you guys. This is where the vocal is right now, and we're going to listen to the beat and mix this parallel compression into it.
About the niggas you never reckon with. You niggas switching, you never keeping the gangster with it. Keep it 100 and keep that shit loyal to the game. Too many voters, as soon as they get close to the fame. It's a code you supposed to live by, and if you break it, that's your ass. That's just how we gotta thrive. Niggas fold every day. You can't even trust the lightest. For 5 years less, he will have your ass indicted.
So that's pretty good right there, man. I actually like the way that sounds. It's really giving it more presence, really making it stand on top of the beat. I'm gonna lower it just a little bit just because that I'm telling you, man, these beats nowadays, they be super overpowering. So we gonna lower it just a little bit so that we can hear it.
About the niggas you never reckon with. You niggas switching, you never keeping the gangster with it. Keep it 100 and keep that shit loyal to the game. Too many voters, as soon as they get close to the fame. It's a code you supposed to live by, and if you break it, that's your ass. That's just how we gotta thrive. Niggas fold every day. You can't.
I mean, that's actually on me because I didn't even notice that the decibel range was at -11. But let's take this up a little bit and see where we at.
About the niggas you never reckon with. You niggas switching, you never keeping the gangster with it. Keep it 100 and keep that shit loyal to the game. Too many voters, as soon as they get close to the fame. It's a code you supposed to live by, and if you break it, that's your ass. That's just how we gotta thrive. Niggas fold every day. You can't even trust the lightest. For 5 years less, he will have your ass indicted.
So that's it, man. That is literally how you do parallel compression. As I said before, you want to do that, crush it, right, and then slowly but surely mix that gain into that previous waveform, just to get more of a presence, more thicker, more present vocals. That's one way to do it. There are many ways to do it. Like I said, with every single track, definitely shows what type of environment, what type of plugins that you want to use in order to achieve the sound that you're looking for, right? So that is it, man. That is how you use parallel compression. If you guys have anything that you guys want me to go over, please put it down below in the comment section. I will try my best to make it happen for y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all again for watching this, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Gang.